Okay, so let me just move this out the way so you can see what this is. Let me move the chat. Okay, so what is this? Can you beat Minecraft as Helen Keller? I guess we're watching this. 19 minutes? What? 19-minute video? Are you crazy? Let me actually just do this. Let me push the chat up a little bit so that the visibility is better. Yeah, let's go. I have no idea what this is.
Imagine this. You wake up one day and you can see nothing and you can hear nothing. This was the...
Okay, by the way, I don't know who Helen Keller is, unfortunately. The name sounds incredibly familiar, but I don't really know who it is. So if she's from a movie or something, then I might be a little cooked.
horrifying reality that Helen Keller had to live with every single day. I have always personally found the thought of being both blind and deaf to be very terrifying, which is why I've decided to put Helen Keller into Minecraft for this spooky month of October. Now,
Okay, so she was blind and deaf at the same time. Okay.
you might be thinking, the only inputs you get from Minecraft are visual and audio. So if you're blind and deaf, you obviously can't do anything, right? Well, Helen Keller actually possessed quite a few skills that would help her navigate her way through the blocky world. I think Helen Keller would have no problem distinguishing between items in her inventory. So I will still have the ability to see my inventory, even though Helen Keller technically can't see, and this is just a crude translation of her ability to feel. Now, of course,
She was a blind and deaf author from the USA. Okay, so, first of all, Sneaky, what are you talking about? How can someone be blind, deaf, and be an author? How does that even work? If you're deaf, you can't hear words, therefore you can't speak, therefore you can't talk, therefore you can't tell anybody to write anything, and if you're blind, you can't write on paper. Anyway,
I'll be able to see and hear nothing in the overworld. For example, this is what it looks like to get attacked by zombies. And I'll be having a second account spectate me and follow me around just to make the video a little more understandable at certain points so you're not just looking at nothing. Here's the same clip from the different perspective. A few other
oh
abilities...
yeah, yeah, you're cooked, buddy. Yeah, pack it up. There's no way you're gonna beat the game. Can you beat Minecraft as Helen Keller? No, you can't. Apparently not. How the hell are you gonna... Also, can I just say, look at what YouTube has done. Look at what YouTube has done. They've updated the whole, what do you even call this, bro? Layout of its app. Why? This looks worse. It literally just, this is more ugly than it was before, alright? This is literally like, they changed the like button, they put a circle around this, it looks so much worse. And for what? Like, is this all they do at YouTube headquarters? They sit at their computers and make little updates like this? How much do they get paid for that? But I hate it. I don't like this at all, bro. You could have just kept it the way it was. You really don't need to, like, make any updates.
that Helen Keller will have. One is she will be able to sense when lava is...
But yeah, this guy's not beating. Nah, I refuse to believe he's gonna beat the game. If he beats the game, it's fake, 100%. Because how are you gonna beat the game this way if you can't see anything? It's not possible. All right. Maybe there's some. Let me just move the chat. Right there. Maybe there's. Maybe he has an ace up his sleeve that he hasn't told us about, like an extra rule or something that will make it easier.
Nearby, she will obviously be able to feel the heat coming off of it. So when lava is nearby, she'll get the status effect seen on the screen here to indicate such.
Yeah, like...
Additionally, it is said that Helen Keller could distinguish people based on the vibrations of their footsteps. And similarly, in Minecraft, she will be able to tell when a mob is nearby and what type of mob it is based on vibration. A status
Okay.
effect will appear with the nearby mob. And finally, when Helen Keller is in the overworld, she will be able to tell if it is day or night. It is said that she could do this in real life with her sense of smell. And there are other mechanics as part of.
What? I mean, to be completely fair, if you're deaf and blind at the same time, your other senses become maxed out. So I wouldn't even be surprised if she can smell if it's day or night out. But how would she even know what day and night is? How would she even know what day and night is? Like, this is what's baffling. Have you guys downloaded the iOS 26 beta version on iPhone? It literally makes my whole keyboard white and I have to remember where the letters are. I hate it. No, I think that's just you. iOS 26 beta. I feel so left out. I don't use iPhone. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna let you guys talk it out.
being Helen.
Actually, what I'm really gonna do is get some water, though. Just real quick. I'll be quick. Am I muted now? Shit, I can't remember. I'll just check. Okay, now I'm not muted. Okay. So, alright.
But they're self-explanatory. So with that, let's get into it. Or, as Helen Keller would say, spawning into the world for the first time.
Okay, that's insane, by the way. Anyway.
I had the very bizarre experience of existing in an empty and silent Minecraft world. Even the extremely simple task of walking up to a tree to get wood was more complicated by being Helen Keller. I had to feel the blocks around me and deduce where the tree was going to be. But pretty soon I figured it out, and my initial plan for dealing with being
How?
blind.
Nah. How is he gonna beat? I swear, if he beats the game, I'm never playing Minecraft again, bro. Like, oh my god, bro. Like, at this point, like, this literally has to be one of the hardest challenges ever. Like, what are you gonna do next, bro? Blur out the health bar? Blur out the hunger bar? Blur out the items? Blur out everything?
Blind and deaf was to dig down and infinitely dig in a straight line until I was able to get iron and a good amount of resources for then trying to wander around and find a pool of lava that I could turn into a nether portal with a bucket. And at this point, unless I randomly stumbled into a village or a sheep and was able to make a bed, I was not going to be able to store any of my items because I wouldn't be able to find them. So I had to just keep everything in my inventory and mine for a long, long time. And this process had to be repeated every time I died, as there was no way for Helen Keller to recover her stuff. And there were a couple problems with this strategy. One being cave. As you can see, I just fell a considerable distance. Here's the same clip from the spectator account. And don't ask me why I wasn't crouching the whole time. I did learn this pretty quickly, but you know, I'm a troglodyte, so I didn't start off crouching, and this resulted in a couple of cliff deaths.
Be honest, bro. How many hours did it take? Be honest. Not like, actually, did you spend your whole existence on this? I wanna know, bro. Are you unemployed? I'm not trying to be rude, but like I really am curious on how many attempts this took if you were doing it genuinely. The dude can't see. The dude can't hear, okay? And he's supposed to beat the game. I'm gonna be blown away if he does it, even if it takes him a whole year of playing.
And after each death, the extremely tedious process of getting wood, upgrading, and mining a crapload of stone repeated again, usually resulting in death. And just for fun, at this point, I went on a little adventure out into the world as Helen Keller. So I made a sword and just went to check what she's capable in terms of like exploring in the night. So here on your screen now, you'll see a side-by-side comparison of what I was seeing versus what was actually happening in the world.
Nah, you lost me, bro. If this was me playing, I would have lost patience immediately! Immediately, on sight, right away. I am... Like, this is the ultimate... Like, I feel like Minecraft, normal Minecraft, where you can, you know, see stuff and hear stuff, is the ultimate rage baiting game. Just on its own. But you're telling me that this dude is playing as Helen Keller and he's not being rage baited. What? How's that even possible? What kind of patience does this dude have?
And you can see there the skeleton hit the spider with an arrow and they started fighting each other. In game, this confused me a lot because I was getting hit and then suddenly I wasn't getting hit and I had no idea why. But shortly after, a zombie swooped in and got the kill, and I was only able to hit him once. That little adventure proved to me that Helen Keller needed to stay in a safe...
Me looking for the crafting table I just made. Oh my god, bro. Like, this... Okay, I need to know what drove you to... What drove him to do this? How many views does this video have? 600,000? I don't know, man. Is that enough? Is that really enough for this? I mean, it's the amount of suffering, right? Like, I don't think it's worth it.
Safe hidey hole during the night. I had a bunch of crafting tables near spawn because I could never find them again. It was pretty funny. And after each death, it was time to do the same song and dance of gathering wood and mining a million stone until I was able to find iron, which I was this time. And I actually got insanely lucky with iron this time, so much so as I was able to even make a chest plate and a bucket, so I had some extra defenses this time. But that luck did not last very long, as I almost immediately died by falling into a ravine.
Right here, right there, that's right here. Yeah, no, I'm destroying my entire setup. How do you have the patience for this? Bro, were you tested in a lab when you were younger? No, I'm just wondering, like, how does he have patience? Genuine fucking question, like.
And as with each other death, this meant repeating the same extremely tedious cycle of mining.
Oh yeah. Wait until you get into the nether! Better yet, wait until you get into the end. Actually, the nether's... Which one's worse in this scenario? It's gotta be the end, right? Because it's just void all around. I don't know which one's worse, actually.
For like 3 or 4 in-game days until I had enough iron to make a meaningful attempt at trying to find a lava pool to create a nether portal. Oh, and if you're wondering how I got food, there was one reasonable way for Helen Keller to get food, and it was by mining the leaves of oak trees. This is only a 2% chance, but it was by far the most reliable way to get food when you were mining for 4 to 5 days straight. As you can see here, I had almost 14 stacks of cobble and many stacks of other random stuff like copper, and I only found 8 iron. And on top of that, I had to wait out the night a lot of the times because walking around at night as Helen Keller was certain death. So the tediousness was really piling up here. And on top of all that tediousness, once I had a bucket and it was time to go find a lava pool, I had to just walk infinitely in one direction until I happened to feel the heat from the lava nearby. Now that I'm editing this, I can confidently say that this is the most tedious challenge run I have ever done, bar none. Never let anyone say I didn't suffer for my art. It'll Here's a little known fact about Helen Keller. In a pinch, she could bury herself in the ground to avoid predators. But seriously, I had to wait out every single night. After what felt like an eternity.
Why did he use the words predators? Why did he... Ah! Why did he use the word predators when he could have used any other word? Fucking tongue twister ass, bro.
I finally found some lava while having a bucket. And so I got to work on making the portal. And as you're about to see, I think I was a little hasty when making this portal. I didn't think things entirely through.
Keep in mind, like, all the suffering that he's described so far has been pre-portal. It's been pre-portal, alright? So, he hasn't gone into the nether yet. He hasn't made a speedrun portal yet. He hasn't gone into a fortress yet. He hasn't found the stronghold yet. He hasn't gone to the end yet. He hasn't beaten the dragon yet. He's still got to do all these things to beat the game. So, yeah. He must have been created in a lab. He must have. Because there's no way, like, this level of patience is insane.
Well, there's 4 hours of my life down the drain, but I was...
4 hours, okay. So far he hasn't been playing for that long. I mean, 4 hours is a long time. But, wait, actually 4 hours is a really long time for that amount of progress. Dude, like... Okay, tell me that you at least slept and took breaks. Surely, yeah. No, like, because the thing is, like, yeah, no, he's not that crazy. He takes breaks, I'm sure. See, if I was to ever attempt this, oh, you bet your ass I'm taking breaks. Oh, 150% even. Like, yeah, no, otherwise you'll lose your mind. And die, because you don't sleep, you don't eat. So, you have to take breaks.
Undeterred. I was determined to at least complete the nether portal and start the next section of this journey. So I once again got back to the usual...
Remember when I told you about the time I played Minecraft for 10 hours? No, I don't remember that. Sneaky, you played Minecraft for 10 hours straight? No water, no nothing? Mr. Unemployed in the chat, my god. But seriously, no, when did you do that?
Grind of getting iron, smelting iron, hiding from the night, walking a ridiculous distance until I walked near lava enough to where I could feel it, and then started my efforts on another nether portal. And I'm a bit of a troglodyte, so I forgot to hit record from my own...
Okay, this is the second time you said that. What is a troglodyte? What is a troglodyte? What? I've never heard that word in my life. Not straight, but almost. It was for a school competition in. It was for a school competition in machinima. Sneaky, are you having a seizure? Type properly, man. What is a machinima? Am I reading that correctly? How do you guys play one game for like 4 hours straight. I get bored so fast. I mean, I wouldn't play Minecraft for 4 hours straight. Absolutely not. The longest I've gone playing any game, like without any breaks, is probably 3 hours or maybe 4 hours. Like ever, like longest ever. Like I never go above that. And then if we're talking like a really long time, then like that's the thing. If let's say I play on a Minecraft world, like my own hardcore world or whatever, I'll take breaks. Like I won't play for several hours straight. Cause yeah, I'll also get bored, bro.
Perspective while building this portal, but don't worry, this would be far from the only nether portal that I had to build.
In-game movie? In-game movie? Bro. Sneaky, what is your life, man? I mean, no, I don't remember when you played Minecraft for 10 hours straight, but I mean, you do what you want to do, bro. I guess I don't judge. I could never do it.
And one thing to note here is that I was often having to like feel my way around to make sure I was in fact standing where I expected to be standing relative to where I wanted to build the portal. It's actually surprisingly difficult to keep track of where things are when you can't see anything.
Really? Wait, what? You don't say. It's difficult to keep track of things when you can't see anything? Who would have thought? No, see, personally, if I was blind, I'd just be better, bro. I would be better than him. I would keep track of where everything was. Because, you know, I'm blind. What's the big deal, bro? Just be better, bro. Just see, you know? If you're blind, just see.
Much longer than building a normal.
If I was blind, just see. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like, he might have a little bit of a skill issue. I'm not gonna lie. You might have to check that out at like the doctor or something.
Portal, as you can see me fumbling around with each block.
Dude, I hate this YouTube this new YouTube font, bro. Oh my god, it's so ugly. They really added a like option in the video. For what? You're just taking up more space now.
But I eventually got there, and now it was time to find out what it would be like for Helen Keller in the Nether.
You actually managed to make a... Nah, you know what? Props to you. Like, I don't understand how... I mean, he must be like an actual Minecraft veteran for this shit. Okay, so keep in mind, he has an iron helmet. That's all he got. How is he... And the thing is, if he dies in the Nether, which he definitely will, boom, everything's over. He has to start over all from the beginning. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I got the worst possible spawn and died in...
This guy is insane. He is insane. He is not mentally well. We should all pray for him, okay? Because, yeah, I mean, the video's not over, which basically means that he's gonna start over.
Immediately. Yeah, it's tough being Helen Keller.
Really? Really? It's tough?
After like...
You can skip this video if you want. I actually find it interesting. I want to see if he makes it. Or if he loses his sanity at all. If he loses his sanity at all. Because me personally, that's what I would do.
6 more hours of grinding that I won't show because this video is getting long with not a lot happening. I got to another lava pool with 2 buckets ready to make another portal. And thankfully, I was recording on both computers this time, so you can actually see what it was like to try to build another portal as Helen Keller.
I'm sorry. My guy, like, what are we doing right now? What are we doing? Genuinely curious, because, you know, like, even with the context that you just provided, I don't understand what's going on. Where's the obsidian? Is this the obsidian? Because how would you know, right? You can't even hear anything. Remember, he doesn't have game sounds on. So he can't even listen to the block's like quality. So like he just has to remember every block.
As you can see here, I had to actually touch the blocks to figure out where I had built on the portal so far, and I had to do this after every single block. But soon enough, I had the portal lit, and it was time to make attempt 2 at the nether. And I died almost instantly again. And look how close the 2 portals that I made were together. Of course, I had no way of knowing.
Okay. Azalea and Sneaky, alright? How much money would you need to... how much money would you need for you guys to do this? To do this challenge and beat the game? How much money? If I were to pay you any sum, what's the lowest sum you'll do this for?
This because I was blind. But a few hours later, I was ready to...
500? Wait. Actually, that's right. Okay, I'm speaking... Okay, let's speak US dollars, alright? In US dollars currency, how much money?
to give it yet another attempt and maybe get a better spawn in the nether this time. And nope. I think this nether is actually just trolling Helen Keller by being literally all basalt. I was really starting to get frustrated at this point. Take a listen.
Wait, okay, wait. You're starting to get frustrated at this point? What do you mean? Oh, fuck, dude. I need to stop doing that. I need to stop leaning on my chair. You're starting to get frustrated at this point. So what, just now? So not before? You're telling me you were calm and calculated through all of this? Because me personally, I was getting mad by just watching you. $1,000? 1,000, sneaky, 1,000 US dollars is about 10,000 Swedish kroner. Maybe not really, it's hard to say, but usually, no, wait, what am I saying? Yeah, no, that's right. Think of every dollar is like removing a zero from Swedish kroner, I think. $1 US is $4 here. Is there such a thing as Malaysian dollars, or what's your currencies? Yeah, what currency did they use over there? I know nothing about Malaysia, actually. Well, I mean, I know a little bit, but not enough. Not currency, apparently. Malaysian ringgit? I'm not saying that correctly. I can tell. I can tell that I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Ringgit, okay.
Be in a tree. Why? It's just all trees. I can't believe it. This is gonna give me a panic attack. I was feeling very frustrated with the run at this point. So instead of doing my usual 6-hour grind to get...
Take a break. Yes, please, for your own sake, and even for my sake, alright? Because I don't want to watch this. Like, I don't want to watch this knowing that you've just spent 6 hours straight, 10 hours straight, no breaks. Yeah, no, take a break.
buckets. I decided to just wander around. And that did not go well for me.
Or you could take a break. But I guess you don't want to listen to me for some reason. Sure, it's your video.
And here's some more lovely Helen Keller combat with both perspectives. Okay, getting back on track. I decided I wanted to find one of my existing nether portals because I knew one was relatively close to spawn, and I thought for sure this was it right here, but as you can see, it absolutely was not. And this time I actually managed to not die instantly by building a path out of cobblestone. Now, unfortunately, my sidekick Spectator, Soggy B, was a little behind at this point. But she caught up and you can see the massive path that I built out of cobblestone. And using this strategy, I was actually able to survive for like 20 minutes in the nether as Helen Keller, which is a new record by far.
$20 was a record. Yeah, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. 20 minutes in the Nether was the best run that he's ever had so far.
But after dying, I was not able to find any of my portals again, so it was time to get back to mining. And can I just mention how soul-crushingly tedious this run has been? It has been unbelievable how much time you have to spend mining and then walking around.
Really? Really? It takes time? Really? It takes time? Who would have thought? I just like trust me, bro. Like I get it. Yeah, I get it. I really do.
Just to have the smallest chance of surviving in the Nether for 5 minutes. But despite that, I was eventually able to make it to the Nether.
Bro put himself in that situation. Yes, he did, Sneaky. He absolutely did. 100%.
For a 5th time. And I was actually able to survive for a pretty long time this time.
30 minutes?
By building over any sort of ravine, it was way too...
How long? No, not tell me. Yeah, I want to know. How long? 30 minutes? 40 minutes? 50 minutes? An hour? That's not very long. I mean, think about it. You gotta find everything in the Nether, bro. You can't just, you can't just be in the Nether. You have to find stuff. You have to kill. He has to kill blazes. He has to kill. Nah, it's over. It's over. It's actually over. He has to kill blazes, and then, if he somehow gets out of the Nether, he needs to kill Enderman. Okay, that's not too hard actually. He can just get into water. But blazes? I can't even beat blazes in normal Minecraft. How are you gonna do it like this?
Dangerous to go down into the ravines with lava and enemies everywhere, and digging through the walls when I came to them.
Bro, like, why are you saying that I'm forcing him to do this? What?
Oh, and as
far my chat is so weird, man.
As ghasts go,
my chat of 2 people is so weird.
My plan against ghasts was to hope that there were no ghasts, because that would be instant death for me. And in that sense, at least, I got quite lucky. I did not encounter...
Bro, imagine...
death for me. And in that sense, at least,
Imagine if you died to this. Imagine if you just built into, like, one of these... and you just die that way. I would be pretty pissed off. I would be pretty mad.
Got quite lucky. I did not encounter any ghasts in all my time in the Nether. And just to express how hopeless this all was, this was my perspective when I was making my way through the Nether. It was just red nothingness. So yeah, 5th time was not the charm. But look, I was close to a bastion, which means that was certain death if I made it there. At this point, things were starting to feel impossible. I have not even killed one mob this entire playthrough. And if I somehow did get a blaze rod, how would I get back to the portal? Like, how?
You didn't think of this? You didn't think of this before you started this whole thing? You didn't think this through? I mean, I get it, right? Sometimes you just don't think things through. It happens. But I feel like either way, just automatically when I think of this very idea, this very concept, I get, yeah, repulsed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, of course this is gonna be awful.
So, is this mod technically possible to beat? Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, technically. Yeah, of course. You know what's also technically possible? You know what's also technically possible? For me to die right now. Yeah, that's right. My ceiling could collapse right on me, and I could die. That's also technically possible. Is it likely, though? No, it isn't. Not at all. Take a break. Please. You don't have to go through this. Nobody is forcing you.
Is it practical to beat it? No, absolutely not. If you somehow knew where everything was, you could do it, but there's no way to do that. You're blind
Wait, is that actually the conclusion to the video? Is that actually the conclusion to the video? He just didn't beat it?
and deaf.
That's basically the equivalent of the good guys losing in a show.
So for the rest of this run, I'll be cheating to give Helen Keller all of the best stuff in the game, and then seeing if she can beat the Ender Dragon, because I think that would be interesting.
Here's the thing, buddy. Well, I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know how skilled this guy is. But, like, I'm just like, how much of a difference does it really make? Like, you're still blind and deaf, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure that you can beat the Ender Dragon, or you can definitely beat the Ender Dragon with extremely minimal gear, as long as you can see and hear what's going on.
In the strategies I would have to use. So I made my way into the end, and I was confronted with the question, how does one fight the Ender Dragon while blind and deaf? Well, we start by building over to the main island, and thankfully the game spawns you in facing the main island, or that might have been an issue. But step one, as I came up with it, was to feel the ground until I ran into an obsidian block, and this meant I was at a pillar. So then, it was time to build my way up to the top and destroy the Ender Dragon's end crystal.
I can beat Minecraft as Helen Keller in creative mode. Yeah, that's a talent. That's a talent. You shouldn't give up on it. What am I even talking about? Not give up on it. That was the corniest shit I've ever said. I'm sorry for that. You get the point though. You should put the talents to use.
På JM har vi energieffektiva bostäder.
I don't need this right now.
Designade för
No,
att
I
släppa
don't.
in
I
mycket
don't. I
där.
don't. I didn't need that. I didn't need that. That was the last thing I needed.
Destroying the first pillar was actually surprisingly easy. The only problem is there's like 10 of them. There were several problems with this strategy though. One was that the Ender Dragon would often knock me off of these pillars, and then I would be completely disoriented, and it would be hard to find my way back and figure out which ones I had destroyed and which ones I hadn't. Oh, and hilariously enough, I got kicked from my own server right there for fly hacking. But I died anyway, so it didn't ultimately matter. But yeah, the first part of this fight was Helen Keller slowly walking around while feeling the ground in the hopes of finding one of these obsidian pillars that I had not destroyed the crystal on yet.
If the real actual Helen Keller somehow ended up in the Minecraft end dimension, this is 100% what would happen. She would just be crawling on all fours on the ground, just trying to find her way out.
So yeah, like the rest of this run, it was extremely tedious. Oh, and whenever the Ender Dragon shot her magic at me, it was always really disorienting. It was very difficult to tell sometimes if I had aggroed an Enderman or if the magic was upon me. And it would sometimes make me lose which direction I was facing, so I would be completely disoriented with no way of knowing where the pillar that I was just next to was. But bit by bit, I was able to feel my way around and eliminate the crystals one by one. Oh, and another problem I would encounter was getting to the top of a pillar and not realizing that it was one that I had already destroyed. After I did this, I marked each of the pillars with water near them so I knew which ones I had destroyed and which ones I hadn't. And once all the pillar crystals were destroyed, how would I actually inflict damage upon the Ender Dragon? Well, I know her perch is made out of bedrock, and that's the only option now because close combat is Helen Keller's only option. So I wandered around the island a little while in search of bedrock. Oh, and I accidentally aggroed an Enderman here, but I came up with a clever strategy to kill him. Take a look.
Why is he doing no damage? What? He's taking no damage? Bro, Enderman does way more health than that. It's probably because he has maxed out armor, actually. Right, it's probably because he has like some crazy enchantment. And a bunch of gaps.
That was the first mob I have killed the entire play. But after that, I was eventually able to find the bedrock, which meant I could attack the Ender Dragon whenever she perched. And Helen Keller can sense when the Ender Dragon is nearby based on vibrations with the status effect you see on screen. The biggest problem with this section, though, was that the Ender Dragon would knock me away and I would be completely disoriented. I would have to feel my way around the entire island again in order to find the bedrock. But as you can see, if I got into a good position, I could do a lot of damage to her in one perch. So yeah, there were lots of little annoyances and this took forever, but ultimately it was doable at this point, and I was eventually able to kill the Ender Dragon as Helen Keller.
Did he just die? Damn, wait, okay. Never mind, bro. I forget how strong this kind of armor is. Just do it, bro. End your own suffering and end my suffering as well. Yes, yes, yes. Come on. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I mean he didn't. Yeah, I mean he had to cheat a whole lot, cause I mean yeah, no shit, right? But even still, like even just doing this Ender Dragon fight would drive me insane. Even with this gear, even with all of that, it would drive me so like this is what he's been seeing all this time. This. It's almost hard to process.
And so there you have it, folks. Is it possible to beat Minecraft as Helen Keller?
I gotta like the video. We actually have to show support to this guy. Holy, bro. I mean, oh god.
No, it is not. But is it possible to kill the Ender Dragon if you somehow make it that far under the best circumstances? Yes. And can I just say, this run was soul-crushingly tedious. So please donate any spare likes to this video.
No, I got you.
Please, my 8.
Yeah, no, I got you. I got you, bro. I already did that shit. My god! Yeah, see, I would never do this ever in my life, bro. You could, unless Bill Gates came along and offered me some good money, then I would attempt it. But the thing is, even if Bill Gates offered all of his wealth to me, I still probably wouldn't be able to beat it, even if it took years, you know? Like, drive me insane aside, this shit is difficult. Anyway, though, W video, and, yeah, feel free to send... Oh, I completely forgot. No, not this bullshit. No, not this bullshit. This dude right here, I'm gonna subscribe. I have to show support, bro. Subscribe to Troglodyte, alright? I might actually post this reaction on my YouTube channel, I don't know. And if I do that, I need to give this dude a shout out. So yeah. Please show him some support, okay? Because that was brutal.